Boaz takes Ruth to wife. We would look at Ruth 4. Ruth 4, verse 1 to 22.
Ruth 4, verse 1. Then went Boaz up to the gate and sat him down there. And behold, the kinsman of whom Boaz spake came by, unto whom he said, Oh, such a one, turn aside, sit down here. And he turned aside and sat down. And he took 10 men of the elders of the city and said, Sit ye thou here. And they sat down. And he said unto the kinsman, Naomi that is come again out of the country of Moab, selleth a parcel of land, which was our brother's Elimelech's. And I thought to advertise thee, saying, Buy it before the inhabitants and before the elders of my people. If thou wilt redeem it, redeem it. But if thou wilt not redeem it, then tell me that I may know, for there is none to redeem it beside thee, and I am after thee. And he said, I will redeem it. Then said Boaz, What day thou buyest the field of the hand of Naomi, thou must buy it also of Ruth the Moabitess, the wife of the dead, to raise up the name of the dead upon his inheritance. And the kinsman said, I cannot redeem it for myself, lest I mind my own inheritance. Redeem thou my right to thyself, for I cannot redeem it. Now this was the manner in former time in Israel concerning redeeming and concerning changing. For to conform all things, a man plucked off his shoe and gave it to his neighbor. And this was a testimony in Israel. Therefore the kinsman said unto Boaz, Buy it for thee. So he drew off his shoe. And Boaz said unto the elders and unto all the people, Ye are witnesses this day that I have bought all that was Elimelech's, and all that was Shiloh's and Mahlon's of the hand of Naomi. Moreover, Ruth, the Moabitess, the wife of Mahlon, have I purchased to be my wife, to raise up the name of the dead upon his inheritance, and the name of the dead be not cut off from among his brethren, and from the gates of his place. Ye are witnesses this day. And all the people that were in the gate and the elders said, We are witnesses. The Lord make the woman that is come in thy house like Rachel and like Leah, which two did build the house of Israel, and do worthily in Ephrathite, and be famous in Bethlehem. And let thy house be like the house of Pharez, who Tamar bare unto Judah, of the seed which the Lord shall give thee of this young woman. So Boaz took Ruth, and she was his wife. And when he went in unto her, the Lord gave her concession, and she bare a son. And the women said unto Naomi, Blessed be the Lord, which hath not left thee this day without a kinsman, that his name may be famous in Israel. And he shall be unto thee a restorer of thy life, and a nourisher of thy old age, for thy daughter-in-law, which loveth thee, which is better to thee than 7 sons, hath borne him. And Naomi took the child and laid it in her bosom, and became a nurse unto it. And the women, her neighbors, gave it a name, saying, There is a son born to Naomi, and they call his name Obed. He is the father of Jesse, the father of David. Now these are the generations of Pharez. Pharez begat Hezron, and Hezron begot Ram, and Ram begat Abinadab, and Abinadab begat Nahshon, and Nahshon begat Salmon, and Salmon begat Boaz, and Boaz begat Obed, And Obed began Jesse, and Jesse began David.
We see from our last lesson as in obedience to waiting Naomi tell Ruth, say, by the law where God give us, the law of Moses, this man where you meet for farm today, so by law, Naim you supposed marry. Now, as the matter don't reach Boaz, Boaz tell Ruth, say, no worry, I go see to this matter. Why? Somebody dey will be by the law of Moses, Naim you suppose marry before me. Now only if in talk say he no go marry you, now then I go step in to marry you. Now wetin we see last week be that. Now as Boaz promised, he don dey see to the matter. He call the man wey he dey refer to, that close relative of Elimelech, Naomi husband. Say, come, sit down. He called the elders of Israel. Say, see this matter. Naomi, her husband, Elimelech, he get land before he die. But now we in two sons, we for inherit the land. They don't die too, leaving only Naomi. They not give birth to any pikin. So what it means say nobody there to inherit that land. Elimelech, the land where he gets, in two sons, they don't die. Naomi, now woman, she don't the old. So she don't decide, say, she wants to sell this land. She not get much time again for it. She don't the old. So why I call you here today, Boaz, they tell the relative and the elders, say, why in call am be say, by the law of Moses, this close relative to Naomi husband, Elimelech, he buy the land so that that land will remain in the family of Elimelech, since this man na him relative. When he explained, give the man and the elders, the man tell Boaz, say, yes, I go buy the land. At least, according to the law of Moses, I fit do that one to keep the land for this Elimelech family. Then Boaz come tell and say, but you get another thing, no? By the law of Moses too. Since one of the son of Elimelech get wife wey dey here, by the law of Moses, as you buy the land to keep the land, that inheritance for the family of Elimelech, you go also marry Ruth, make you forget pikin for this family of Elimelech. When the man hear that one, he say, if not so, no worry. Say you be next in line, Abi, carry land. I don't want again. So Boaz say, you elders now witnesses say, he don't leave the inheritance for me to buy. And as such, he don't take Ruth to wife. They say yes, will be witnesses. Boaz marry Ruth. They give birth to Pikin, a baby boy, a name now Obed. The women of Israel gather around. Go and tell Naomi, say, see life where is called bitter, Mara. God don't bless them again with person where you feel call your own, a relative, kingsman, a baby boy. Where you think, say, this lineage don't wipe out before. Now only you remain. You don't get picking. By the woman, we, as they call her and say, the woman we in faithfulness to you, they better than 7 sons. The way they treat you in kindness towards you. If you get 7 children, all of them be sons, they no reach the kind kindness where that woman show you. God don't reward her own faithfulness too with not just a child, but a husband. When she dey leave her own land, she say, even if not to die for another man land like this, ain't ready to die like that. But God, when they take note of faithfulness, reward them like this. And as we don't first they talk since the beginning of this lesson on Ruth, this Obed, where Ruth give birth to, now be the grandfather of King David, the lineage will come bring Jesus Christ. Now be the passage we will just read with that. And as always, waiting be the lessons where God wants us to make we learn this evening from the passage we will just read. The first lesson we say, a man's goings are of the Lord. I go talk him again. The way man they waka up and down, the way they live, God they in control. It's of the Lord. Now waiting Proverbs 20, verse 24 talk. We will read them. Proverbs 20, verse 24.
Proverbs 20, verse 24. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way?
When Ruth set out, as we see 2 lessons ago, say, Naomi, my mother-in-law, may I go out, go find somewhere or something to do? May I go farms? Did they harvest this period? May I see if I go find favor in the sight of anybody? May I for join them reap, harvest? Naomi say, go. He not give her many directions. Say, go like this, or go meet that person. As Oyinbo man go talk, he say, by chance, he enter one farm. As he they reap, they not quarrel with him, they not argue with him, they let her and they reap. Now she continue to the harvest for that land. He no know say, now God directing step, go that particular farm. The owner of the farm, Boaz, not there around. In there, another place. God still direct his own footstep, come out where he did, come in farm. That moment where Ruth did for him farm. Boaz reach farm. He see with his eyes the virtue and faithfulness of Ruth, where he don't hear about, towards Naomi, as she did labor from morning to evening, for person and for land we he not know from anywhere. Both of them, they don't know. Lesson we say, now God they directs the steps of man. Both of them don't know say, now God directs their footsteps to that farm at that time. Now we think, as we in children, one of the Psalm of David, they tell us, say, our steps, the way we take the waka, the way we take the live our life, as in God's children, God they delighted in they take pleasure for our life. So where will they go? Now in they map them out. When we look Psalm 37, verse 23.
Psalm 37, verse 23. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighted in his way.
The good man, we, God's children, God, they delighted in the happy, they take pleasure for our lives to the extent, say, as we take the waka, the littlest detail in the involved, as we see for the case of Boaz and Ruth. But person fit ask now, wetin make God take pleasure in Ruth, Moabitess, unbeliever from another land? Wetin she do, as we see for Psalm 37 verse 23, so God, they delighted, they take pleasure for her case, for her life. So as she come out house that day, she just say, may I check, look for farm. God direct them to Boaz farm. Wetin she they do, where God they pleased with them. Now in faithfulness. You see, when she come out her land, she tell Naomi, say, the only thing we go make she and Naomi go separate ways na death. Where she stay, na there she go stay. Where she dey go, na there she go go. Her people go be her people. Naomi's God go be her God. Till this very moment in the story of Ruth, that commitment to God's people, Naomi, her husband, her late children, because Naomi talk, he say, for the kindness you have shown the living and the dead. Her kindness to people before they die, husband, sons, she will they remain, Naomi, for her faithfulness and kindness. Her trust for God, put her trust for God where she never know before she meet Naomi. The land where she they go, she never reached there before. Now all this make God look and say, she ain't they pleased with them. Even when she reached Bethlehem. She not know the laws of Moses, not be like the other Israelites where as they grow, they teach them. Now I'm waiting God command us to do with this. They come from another land. She don't know all those ones. Yet as God instructs Naomi to tell her, say, this is the way I have commanded my people to live. She trusts and obey. Now this make God see her as faithful to the extent where he can't take pleasure in her life and order her steps. See the person you go marry, say as you go about them. Law which she never hear before. She carry herself in obedience. Go. This brings us to our second lesson. God, they reward faithfulness. I go talk him again. Second lesson. God, they reward faithfulness. May we look Hebrews 6, verse 10. Hebrews 6, verse 10.
Hebrews 6, verse 10. For God is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have shown towards his name, in that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister.
All the love, kindness, Ruth, they show towards God's people, Naomi being one of them. God no forget. He they see all of them. He they take notice. And as he order the step of Ruth to Boaz farm, not be by chance. Even though person if you use a human eye look and say, it just by enter Boaz farm. No. Now God order in step reach there because in reward for her faithfulness, her meeting Boaz, they part of that reward. When God decided to reward Ruth, person we initially, for her mind, no hope. Even now, me talk and say, even if I get pikin today, you go sit down and wait till the pikin grow. No hope there for this waka who you want waka go my land. Go back to your people. At the time, both of them no see say hope there for their situation of Ruth settling down, marrying again. But as God don't intervene to reward her faithfulness, not be just say she settled down. That one not even be the case now. The kind husband where God decides to give him. For Ruth 2, when we look Ruth 2, verse 1.
Ruth 2, verse 1. And Naomi had a kinsman of her husband's, a mighty man of wealth, of the family of Elimelech, and his name was Boaz.
What in Bible talk there? It say a mighty man of wealth. Person from no hope, say, be like saying now like this matter go end. When God reward, if say she want plan as her life go better, the way God stay do am, she no go fit plan on like that. The pikin where she born, the Obed where she can't give birth to. As we can see later on for the ending of this Ruth 4, we will just read. He said, and Obed begat Jesse, the last verse, and Jesse begat David. As we don't talk and since. The Obed where she born, now be the grandfather of King David. Waiting with they try learn, waiting God they tell us, we say, in all they forget labor of love. Say you did faithful for years. It be like say, for my life, waiting there to show for all the faithfulness where I did faithful to God, for all the love where I did show in people. Waiting there this life to show. God, they remind us, say, even in that condition, remember, say, in they take notice. In all they forget. If they remember all your faithfulness towards Him. And when you want reward, now a great reward, perfect gift. When we see James 1, verse 17.
James 1, verse 17. Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above and cometh down from the Father of lights, with whom is no variableness, neither shadow of turning.
The God who will they serve? If you want reward, don't be say na mere compensation. Take, may you for dry your tears. Na great reward, perfect gift, and you know they change. So as you don't talk am say, in they see your faithfulness, he go reward. You can hold him by his word. As we see for the case of Ruth, God reward them. Not be the way she think. If she even think, say, reward go there. So as we, God's children, God, for this second lesson, want to encourage us, say, He pays to be faithful to Him. In spite of how situation might look, how your present state be like, say, if you want to calculate what thing you don't put into the years of being faithful to Him, you not reach anything. If person look your life, you not go say, you do well. Even in this state, God, they encourage us, say, remember, say, He not they forget labor of love. Your faithfulness to obey, as Ruth obey, things which she never hear before. She trust, say, this God and in people, now my God and my people. For us, in His due time and season, He go reward with perfect reward. Good gift and perfect gift. Now only if He give them. And at that, in the take use reward. Memory verse. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. Jeremiah 29 verse 11.
Jeremiah 29, verse 11. For I know the thoughts that I think towards you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end.
Just as God take give Ruth rest, eventually, bless them with reward of husband beyond their expectation. Pikin, we today with the mention, say, now grandfather of King David. God want us make we remember with this Jeremiah 29:11. Now that kind thoughts in the thing towards us. And at appointed time, that thought in go bring them to materialization. That's it go make them happen. The thought to reward your faithfulness. The love where you don't show to Ram and to Him people. Make we pray. We go ask God for grace. God, give me the grace to be faithful as I dey wait, whatever the thing where you dey wait on God for. God, give me the grace to be faithful in my waiting. Because it's not easy. Patience not dey easy. Especially when you don't expect. God, give me the grace to remain faithful. We will pray. Lord, as we remain faithful, look kindly upon us to bring to pass your reward in our lives, in our waiting, in our faithfulness. Do much more than we could ask. In Jesus' name we have prayed.